retinol, retinoids, retina, tretinoin, adapalene, yada yada yada. I know you've heard different terms. Today we are talking about how you can use all of this without them irritating your skin in big 2026. Hey guys, my name is Damilola, in case you're seeing me for the first time. And if you're a returning subscriber, my people, how on a day, thank you so much for always stopping by. Please do not let today be the last time. I know you've heard so much about retinol and you want to be a part of the whole charade. You also want to use retinol, but every time you attempt to use it, it doesn't just sit well with your skin. Your skin cannot tolerate it. It irritates your skin every time. It seems like it's not just working for you. Do like this. Because today I'm going to tell you how you can use retinol in a way that it doesn't irritate your skin or have adverse effects on your skin. But before we get there, I'm going to talk about what these things are. I know you've heard different names, like I mentioned in the beginning, but the general name for all of this is retinoids. Now, retinoids is like a general name for all of the chemical compounds that are derivatives of vitamin A. All of those derivatives include retinol, retina, tretinoin, adapalene. There are so many, I think it's up to like 6 or so, but the general name is retinoids. The ones that are common are these 4 that I've mentioned, and those are the ones people use, and those are the ones I'm really going to talk about in this video. All of these, like I said, are derivatives of vitamin A. However, they do not work the same way. All of them are good, all of them are fantastic. The difference in all of this lies in their strength and the level of irritation. That's why I mentioned all of it, because bad as you shall see one that will work for your skin. If retinol or tretinoin is too harsh for your skin, you will see something else that you can use. So that's why I'm going to be talking about them in this video. There are some people that don't even know what these things do. They just hear people say retinol is good, is good. So retinoids are commonly used in skincare to treat acne. They are used to reduce signs of fine lines, wrinkles, anti-aging, and retinoids also help to increase skin cell turnover. That means with consistent use, it helps to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles and aging generally. Now, retinoids can be in different forms, but in this video, I'm going to talk about retinoids in serum and cream or gel form, because these are the ones that are common and these are the ones that I have used very well. I'm going to explain the processes to use them in a way that it will reduce irritation, because as good as it is, not everybody's skin can tolerate it. And also, guys, this is why you also need to do your own research so that you're not just doing what everyone says. This is the one I use at the moment. This is Tretinoin gel. Before I started using this one, I've used quite a number. You guys know the popular Retinol. I've used it. I'm going to put a picture on the screen. I've used it. I've also used one in form of serum. I can't remember the name now, but once I'm editing and I remember, I'm going to put it on the screen. So I'm just quickly going to talk about this one. This one is in different percent. This is 0.025%. Guys, before I started using this one, I have used 0.1, 0.05. Who am I? I want to believe I didn't even know what I was doing there, because my skin is sensitive. So it was too strong for my skin and it was breaking me out so bad. Not even just breaking me out, it was drying out my skin, guys. It was so bad. So I reduced the percent, and since then I've been using this 0.025. Even at that, there are times that it still irritates my skin if I do not do it the right way. I said all of this to say that sometimes it's not the product in itself, it's the strength, is the percent of whatever it is that you're using. Just to digress a bit, sometimes when people complain about a lot of skincare products that are not working, I'm going to use niacinamide or azelaic acid as example. In this case, people that are just starting out to see a product that they wrote azelaic acid or niacinamide 20% on it, and that's what they will start with. There's 5% there, there's 10%, and this is why I always say that even when people recommend products to you, when you watch especially when you watch influencers or content creators, just people talking about skincare, Make sure you also check the ingredients list for yourself. Make sure you are familiar with what is going on your skin, and it's because of things that I mentioned earlier, percentages of ingredients. Let's come back home. There is possibility that you are using this exact one but it's breaking yours. I want you to check the percent of whatever you have on your own. If yours is like 0.5 or 0.05 or 0.1, I want to recommend that you go to the lowest and start from there. Allow your skin build tolerance. I believe my skin can tolerate this now, but I'm still so scared to use the higher percent, but that's not why we are here. Now, how do I use this to minimize irritation? On nights that I'm using Tretinoin, if there's one thing I would do is to get a lot of moisture and hydration on my skin. That's the night I'm going to use my toners, my hydrating serums, my very rich moisturizers, because I know that this has a probability of drying. It doesn't really purge my skin anymore, but sometimes it just dries it out. So because of that, I make sure I'm getting a lot of moisture. So this is usually my routine. I cleanse my skin with a very simple cleanser. I don't use anything that has acids in it. In this case, I use either my simple simple face wash up on the screen, or my CeraVe foaming cleanser, and I make sure I use this at night. After that, I go in with my toner, my hydrating toner, not an exfoliating toner. I go in with my hydrating toner. I'll be putting the products on the screen as I'm talking. Then I use my serum. After that, I use my moisturizer. After using my moisturizer, then I'm sure my skin is well hydrated. Then I take this. It doesn't require you to use too much. You're not doing too much, so you just put some on your, just at the tip of your finger, and you apply on the spot. Don't rub it on your face. Even if you have acne on all the parts of your face, don't apply it aggressively the way you will apply your moisturizer. So I'm just going to do like an example here. You just put some here. Let's say I'm applying on my forehead. I go like this, just like this. Just tap it in like this. You tap it on the area you want to put it. Don't rub it. Don't be aggressive with it. It's just, you tap, 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 and just leave it. If you're just starting out, you can avoid here because the skin here is quite thin, so it might irritate you fast. So be sure that your skin can tolerate it before you extend it around here and here too. Those are the places that get irritated fast. Then you take again, you just apply it here gently the way I just tap it into your skin like that on the other side too, and you allow it to dry down. Then you can leave it like that. Or if you are not sure that it might still irritate you, you allow it to dry down a bit. Make sure it dries down. It has to. Then you go in with your moisturizer again, the one you used initially. Then you just rub it all over it again. That's what they call the sandwich method. When I started out, I used to do that a lot, and it helped so well with the irritation. But now I just cleanse my skin, use my toner, use my serum, my hydrating serum, use my moisturizer. Then I go in with this, and end of story. That's all I do now. So if your retinoid is in form of gel or cream, I will advise you do the same. And if your skin is not as sensitive as mine, I am sure that it can tolerate it, then you can use it before or after your moisturizer. Honestly, it depends on the consistency of the gel or cream that you are using. If it's thicker than your moisturizer, then use it after your moisturizer. If it's not as thick as your moisturizer, then you use it before your moisturizer. Do you guys understand? I'll say it again. If the Tretinoin you are using is in form of gel or cream, the usage depends on the consistency. If the consistency is thicker, the consistency, not texture, is thicker than your moisturizer, then you use your moisturizer first and you use it. But if it is not as thick as your moisturizer and you are sure that your skin can tolerate it, then you use it before, after your serums, then before your moisturizers. Now if your retinol is in form of serum, honestly both work, whether serum or cream. Now if it is in form of serum, the usage also depends on the consistency, on how thick it is. However, when it comes to this, what I would say is make sure you do not have so much product that you're going to be using on that day, so that you will really see the effect. What does this mean? It's not denied to use 4 or 5 hydrating serums just because you want to make sure your skin is well hydrated before you use it. I hope I'm making sense. Your routine, when I used to use it in form of serum, this is what my routine was like. After cleansing my skin, I use my hydrating toner. I use just one hydrating serum that the consistency is not as thick as my retinol serum. I make sure my skin, it dries down, then I go in with my retinol serum. I wait for a bit, I make sure it sinks into the skin, then I go in with my moisturizer. End of story. These are methods that I've used to reduce the irritation of retinol on my skin, and this is the experience of other people around me. These are tried, vetted and trusted methods that have worked for us over the years, and I hope these methods also work for you if you're going to be trying them out. I hope you've been able to learn 1 or 2 from this video, and if there are other methods you use, please let us know in the comment section. I might just be trying out 1 or 2, who knows. How do you minimize retinol irritation? Let me know in the comment section. Are you going to be using any of these methods? Is this what you do? Or yeah, let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. Please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I don't know why I do not mention that before and during the video. Yeah, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Please make sure you like. Please make sure you comment. Please share. Please turn on your post notifications so that you'll be the first to know anytime I drop videos like this. I will see you in my next video. Till then, take care of yourselves and stay junkie. Bye guys.